Israel's oldest Holocaust survivor, Nechama Grossman, passed away on Thursday at 109 on Israel's Holocaust Remembrance Day. And for Israelis, this particular day felt different than years past. Well, Yulia Rachinsky-Spivakov, Deputy Consul General of Israel, joins us now to tell us why. First off, Yulia, what can you tell us about this remarkable woman?
First of all, good morning, Raj. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for inviting me. Nechama Grossman, she was indeed the oldest Holocaust survivor in Israel, but I think in the world as well. And that's very symbolic and, of course, very tragic that she passed away on the Holocaust Remembrance Day. This year, it's also a special day for us because it marks 80 years since the liberation of Nazi camps, which is, a round date for us. When it comes to this woman, she was born in a small village in Belarus, which used to be former Soviet Union. When the Nazis came to her village, she was pregnant with her firstborn child, and she needed to leave her village and to flee from her hometown, home city. That's how actually she survived, but she was carrying her baby back then. She was born in 1915, so that means that she indeed was 109. And she basically dedicated her life to educating young generations about Holocaust, to transferring this memory to future generations. When she came to Israel, she settled also in a very small town in the south of Israel that is called Arad, that is located in the southern part of Israel. It's a really small, unfamiliar town, and she lived there throughout her whole life. So now that she passed away on Thursday, she was also buried in Arad with her 8 great grandchildren.
Wow.
With her. Yeah, so I would say that all this Holocaust topic was very difficult for Jewish people who came to Israel right after the war because they had very traumatic memories. Not many of them actually had the courage to talk about it, but she was one of the bravest. So she did held some educational activities for young generation for us to remember and to never forget what happened to her and her family.
Well, and for me personally, as a student of Jewish history and a student of the Holocaust, I think for my friend here who's watching, and for some folks, the Holocaust can seem so distant. It can seem so removed, almost like black and white photos. But I think for myself, having traveled to places like Auschwitz and Majdanek, especially Majdanek, if you go to some of these concentration camps in Poland, I mean, you all you would need to do is turn the lights on, and they would start right back up. And so, I think when you're able to actually interact with a Holocaust survivor, it makes it so much more tangible, so much more real. And so, we are losing them at a very sad rate because obviously it happened many years ago. So. My encouragement to you, if you're watching this, is to speak with one while you still can, because I had a personal friend who passed away a couple years ago who survived Auschwitz, and having that connection, I think, is just so valuable and so important. This isn't ancient history. This really happened, and it's absolutely crucial that we quote unquote remember it so that it never happens again. But I know, Yulia, this Remembrance Day for Israelis hits a little bit differently, felt a little bit different than years past. Why is that?
Well, it's because of what we have experienced on October 7th. What happened on October 7th, it was the largest number of Jewish people killed in one day since the Holocaust. So us in Israel living through these memories of Holocaust and having these Holocaust survivors, which you are totally right, we are losing them, but having them around us, it brought us back to these darkest times in our history. So we all saw the videos of young people trying to run away from this Music Nova festival. And now you can see again Jewish running away from Nazis, being shot
Mm,
at and being caught and tortured, and seeing all these footages, all these videos from October 7th just brought back the memories that we all have of our most darkest period. I think not only Jewish history, but in the world history in general. So today, when we remember Holocaust, we also remember that there are still people out there who are looking to destroy and terminate the state of Israel.
hmm
When we talk about Hamas, the terror organization that brutally attacked Israel on the 7th of October, we do think that they are the same as
hmm
the Nazi regime because they are looking to exterminate the state of Israel. They attacked Israelis on the 7th of October, Sukkot holiday, Simchat Torah holiday, simply because of them being Jewish. No
mm.
other reason than that. And that's
And I think
exactly
it's
what was
sorry.
done to us in during Holocaust.
Yeah, and I think it's important to remember if you're watching this, how long ago October 7th might feel. There's still living Israeli hostages in the dungeons of Hamas, and Yulia, I can only imagine as a Jewish person how isolating it must feel to have this hatred, this demonic Jewish animosity rising up again. And as a Gentile, I know I speak for a lot of my friends watching this. As a Christian, when we say never again, we mean it. It might not make us popular, but we are. When we see the hatred of the Jewish people coming up again, it's as old as time. It's been happening for 4,000 years, and it's the canary in the coal mine. It shows you that a civilization, a country, is taking the wrong turn when it's blamed the Jews. And so for us watching this, I know I speak for a lot of my friends to say, Yulia and your friends, you're not alone. We stand with you, and any form of anti-Semitism we obviously condemn in the harshest terms possible. But
Thank
Yulia, in
you.
closing, what do you hope folks that are watching this remember about the Holocaust?
Uh, well, I think the lesson that we all learned is that history repeats itself. We cannot forget. We cannot allow ourselves, our children, to forget what happened in 1943 to 1945. I think what is different. So I talked about similarities, but I would like to emphasize the difference as well. And the difference is that back then we didn't have a state. Today we do. And today we have a very strong military that is there to protect us, to protect our citizens, and to do everything possible to release the remaining hostages. We still have 59 people held in the dungeons of one of the worst terror organizations in the world, Hamas. And we will do everything possible to make sure that the state of Israel continues to exist and we will bring our people back.
Yulia, God bless my friend. Toda raba.
Toda rabba. Thank you so much.